let's go back to the Warhammer conversation, right? You had Skaven and orcs. The dwarves are always the tanks, right? Slow moving, 3 or 4 inches across the table every single time. So all the other opponents to the dwarves, they had to counter that, right? So they're like
well, with the Skaven, we countered it by the number of models I had as the Skaven. The counter to the dwarves from the orcs is you could just beat the crap out of them.
Right.
So, like I said, in this kind of game, I could see if you got a ship that's, well, my counter to that, maybe I have better armor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or faster.
Or more ships.
Close faster.
Right, or close faster.
Right.
So, you know, if you like that concept, right, if you're like, well, I want to be the guy that's going to be able to shoot across the table, well, then that's your faction.
Right, exactly.
You know, but if I'm a tricky guy and I like to do this or that, you know, because I like the orcs because they were crazy, and they would. I mean, I had one block of 50 squids, remember?
Yep.
And Dan would hit my handlers, and when they
they
just boom.
And you didn't know if they were going to destroy your army or my
army. But my goal was to be far enough back, you know. But that was what I enjoyed about the game, the fun. You know, the fun of the fact I couldn't control my army.
Yeah, and we have some of that in Airships and Empires too, with these infernal machines. So some of the steampunk, there's weapons that everybody can use from the infernal machines, because there's an inventory, I'll call it. There's an inventory. Here's all the weapons you can arm your airship with. Some of them are public, where all the factions can use it. Some of them are faction specific. Well, some of the ones that are public are crazy, right? So you could destroy your own airship. Your airship could end up underground, right? And it's not a lot of factions players want to use that. But there's some of those things that go across the table. You could destroy your own airships more so than the enemy airships.
But that's what makes it fun. To me, that's what makes it fun.
That's what makes it fun.
Is if I know in 1 or 2 hits I can destroy Dan and or myself, I'll take that and
go down in glory.
Go down in glory. Okay, Dan, we've known each other for over 4 decades. Okay, what's lasted longer, our friendship or the design process of Airships and Empires?
So, the fact that we've been friends for 4 decades shows you my threshold of
pain.
Yeah, but I think that Airships and Empires is going to take longer. But the good news.
So in other words, this is the end of our friendship.
As soon as Airships and Empires is public, then our friendship's over, because there's no other purpose for it.
One thing you've always done well is bringing gamers together. What do you think creates a community that lasts for years instead of months? And I can say Dan has created numerous communities for gamers that have been tremendously successful over the years. This is like his latest iteration. So, what do you think? What do you think if I'm a game designer and I want to build that community, what'll make me successful at it?
Yeah. So I appreciate the acknowledgement of the communities, because to me, that's why we play games, right? We play games to have friends around the table, just kind of like just laugh at each other, laugh at what we do, just have a good time, right? And the more you expand that out into a broader community, the better. It's all about, it's not just want to play games, it's just want to play games and have fun.
Right.
So, so building out the community 10, 20, 30 years ago is different than what it is today. So building community today, especially post-COVID, it's a very different world out there to build a community. It's hard to build a community. National Community Gamers had over 5,000 members to it across the country, right? We have over a dozen chapters, I think. The D&D Fest, we have people attend from all over the country. It's a very exclusive event, which that's no longer in my control right now. I pass that over to Ed Fife. But developing a game like this in this day and age, I think that the critical aspect is building a community online. Right, you need social media to help drive your community. You still need the game shops to help drive your community. You still need the conventions to help drive your community. And personally, I think it's really important, like Discord, has been a boon to community growth. And we're just starting our Discord channel.
Is that
Discord
available?
station. It's available right now.
Will we be able to put an invite in the bottom of the description
yeah,
for
we can
people?
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So we need to have the community drive it, right? So it's not Dan driving the community. It's the community developing and growing the way it wants to. So even on the Discord, I think it's things that you have to figure out things that help fertilize the community, right? And help it grow. So we're going to have a whole bunch of things on the Discord. We have painting contests for the miniatures, or we have designs. Like you can just do your own airship designs, and we'll have people submitting their designs, and maybe some prizes for the design work, or saying, hey, I've got a game. I didn't design my own airship. Yeah, you get core airships that are in the rulebook.
Out of the box.
Yeah, you get them out of the box, so you don't have to design anything if you don't want to. So every faction has every one of their ships pre-designed if you want to use the out of the box.
Well, that also makes it to where it's easier for me to learn the game, right? I start with this. I get comfortable with these rules with this ship. Now I'm going to make it more of an advanced game because I'm going to now fiddle with my ships a little bit, change things around.
And I think that going back to the Discord pieces, I think that's huge. I think that building a community in Discord, so if any of you want to be actively involved in Discord and being some moderator or something like that, please reach out. But we need to grow that community fast. And I think it's the more people that start getting interested in the game, start getting onto the Discord, start doing some Q&A, we can have some live demos on there, we can have some recorded demos on there, FAQs for the rules, and it's not me answering the questions, right? It's the community answering the questions.
Right.
And there's a lot of, you could make this game as simple as you want, right? Just open it up, start playing within 10 minutes, or you can say, okay, now I want to get really into I want to design my own airship. I want to evolve my airship captain, because there's captain rules that you can, so this legacy play continues. Almost, it's not a campaign
like a
per
progression.
se. It's a progression of the airship captain. You can put them on different airships and stuff. But we really want to see the artwork that's out there, the development of their captains. What are they doing? What's their background? Almost like a character sheet of the captain itself, and by faction, because I think the faction is obviously giving you that rich flavor in the background. So I think Discord community is critical for this.
If Hollywood called tomorrow and wanted to make Airships and Empires into a movie, who would you insist plays the airship?
The airship? I would ask you if you wanted to play an airship. I would spin it a little bit differently. I would say the airship captain would be a pretty cool role to play.
Right.
And even though you'd play a very good airship captain, but if I had to pick somebody,
so it's a fat slam. That's what you're doing.
If I had to pick somebody, well, I'll
Dan
make the
hates
comparison.
fat people. Remember that. If you're fat, don't play his game.
I think that I would. Well, you got the crazed look of an airship captain, so I think another crazed look for a great airship captain would be Mel Gibson.
Okay.
The beard and all. You got to have the beard, right? So it reminds me of the old Star Blazers captain. I don't remember what his name was. But,
Yeah, I was watching that one. I don't remember what the white beard, and you've run games for hundreds of players. How many of those do you think were there voluntarily?
Oh, I don't think any of them were. I don't think any of them were, because at the conventions you're typically signing up for tickets, and when people are selling out on games all the time, well, people have nothing else to do, and usually in the food court, those chairs are already taken because people are just kind of getting in. They have to pull out their board games. So usually the chairs around my table are the only empty chairs around. So that's how I get my players.
Okay, cool, awesome. You founded game companies, organized conventions, taught school, and designed games. Which one disappointed your parents more?
Well, I'm the black sheep of five.
He's the black sheep of my family.
Considering my mom wanted me to become a glass blower,
right?
I think I'm pretty much of a disappointment.
Yeah, well, that job blows, anyways. Final question, Dan: if Airships and Empires become a huge worldwide success, will you finally admit I gave you all your best ideas, or will you continue pretending that's not true?
you've given me my best bad ideas. I will admit that now publicly on the internet. Dave has given me my best bad ideas.
If there's any lawyers out there, I want a piece of this now. Because he just, you heard him, people.
The best bad ideas he's ever given me.
I want to thank you for coming today. I've been wanting to do some of these interview type podcasts. This will probably be available as a couple different parts over the next couple weeks.